Hey everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Finally here to do my lift and sketch with Christy and Rachel for the month of June. This is the sketch that we had used. Obviously Rachel already has hers up and it's beautiful. Please go make sure to check it out. I am just a little slow to the party in getting my voiceover done. So I chose this sketch. It was my month to pick a sketch, and I chose it because of how many photos it gave me the opportunity to scrap. And I kind of knew while picking it for the month that I have these photos of my daughter playing peekaboo, and these were taken right around her birthday, and they're just so sweet. But the backstory to them is the fact that she was sick, and so she would play a little bit when she felt well enough, and then she'd nap. And it was really sweet. And I love these photos. I have some photos of my son doing the exact same thing, and they're just really, really cute. So I wanted to play along and get all these photos scrapped, and I'm still playing with my June, which has turned into my July scrap, my stash kit, how to kill a kit with style. And so I finally pulled out some of these Heidi Swap. Now, I think they're meant to be used, like you do something to them and then you actually use this paper stencil thing as an element on your page. But instead, I'm going to use it as a stencil and do a little bit of mixed media and just kind of play. It does get mostly covered up, but I absolutely love the way that it turns out. So this is my plan. I don't have a ton. I just know I'm going to go ahead and start with a stencil and then go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and I use teal and purple, I believe, like the pinky purple. I think this one is like Razzle Dazzle Berry. It's kind of like it's right in the middle of being purple and pink. I really like it. It's a very pretty color. And then the teal is just my see you in the morning, whatever that one is. It's the teal I always go to. I love that color. But isn't that cool? So I went ahead and did that, and then I flipped it for the reverse to get the rest of the ink on it. And I absolutely love the way that turns out. I just think it's so fun. And then of course I do a few sprinkles just to have some added stuff. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing with my patterns or anything at this minute, just that I wanted there to be a little bit of mixed media. I haven't done a ton of it lately, and I don't do a lot. If you guys watch me, you know I'm not really a super heavy mixed media doer. I just do little bits like this, and this is within my comfort zone, and it's just how I go about it. So I'm really happy with the way that turned out. I backed the white on this piece of pattern paper from Paige Evans' very first line. I've kind of had it in my stash for quite a while, and I'm happy to finally get it used, and it worked well with this layout. So I was super pleased with myself for finally using it. And now I'm going to dig in and try to find some patterns that are going to work for me to help make the layers. Now here is where I had a little bit of an issue. My photos, they're too big. They're just overtaking the whole layout so much that you can't see any of the mixed media. And then when I do finally decide what I want to do for my patterns, like it doesn't fit, nothing fits. So I am going to go ahead and trim my photos down a little bit, just so that you're not missing any, like I don't cut any of Nora off, but it's just taking out a little bit of the background and making it so that I can add in my patterns and just make it all look very cohesive and at least pleasing to my eyes. And that's my idea here. And I'm trying to figure out which patterns I want to use. I'm struggling. I went back to my kit and I found this scallop that I had. This is from Maggie Holmes, and I went ahead and trimmed it out, covering it up. I didn't mind the teal in it because it did match my daughter's outfit. And then I took this other Maggie Holmes paper, and I am going to back a little bit of it with the side that has the plaid, because I love that side. It's so pretty, and I barely use that side. I've mostly used the floral. So I do use a little bit of it to cover two photos. And then I do fussy cut out the big floral so that I have 3 florals of that pretty yellow floral in 3 different places. Of course, doing my visual triangle, because you all know I have to have that somewhere in my layout. So I do go ahead, like I said, and did 2 of them to highlight my photos. Not every single photo has a layer. There's, I think, 3 that do and 2 that don't. And I really love the way that that turned out. It's a nice little pop and grounding place. And it's kind of like the very first photo where she's beginning to play and the last photo where she's like, here I am, peekaboo. Those are the ones I really wanted to highlight. So I felt like putting pattern paper under them drew your eye to them just a little bit more than the rest of them. So I really, really was digging the way that was working. And then you can see I fussy cut out that floral. I needed a strip at the side. So at this moment, I've taken the sketch basically and just kind of rotated it a little bit so that I can work with the size of photos I have and the orientation of my photos were different than the sketch. So I had to rotate it to work so I could work my photos in with how I wanted, but try to keep the sketch as true as possible. I did want to do something to this green strip, which is from Dear Lizzie. So I'm just going to simply do that little thing where you trim, cut into the paper a little bit, and then you fold in the edges. I really liked that. I did it kind of in the middle instead of off to the side like the banners are showing in the original sketch, but I was okay with that. I felt like it worked, and it kind of helped point into the photos, so I was really liking that. And then I cut a little strip of this beautiful floral as well. I love this paper. It's so pretty. And I'm really liking the way that it's working out and everything's going. But I am finding that over on that right-hand side, something's missing. And I messaged Daisy because I always show her my work. We kind of do that with each other just to see if we're missing anything or if they can help just give us a suggestion. We do that with each other. And she's like, you just need a little bit of pink on that side and it'll all go together. And I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I'm needing, because my balance was off, and I knew my balance was off, but for some reason the fact that there wasn't pink in that wasn't connecting to my brain. So thank goodness for Daisy. So she helped me, and I was able to just find a strip of pink that I wanted to use. I used a nice bold because I'm only going to have a little strip of it. And then I do my embellishing, and it's super minimal, my embellishing. I don't do a lot. It's weird for me because I like to embellish, and I've done layouts where everything's very heavily embellished, but my last few layouts have not been like that. And I don't know if it's just because I haven't been scrapping a ton, so I'm not in my normal flow of things, or if it's the fact that I've kind of rearranged my scrap area. So some things are a little bit harder to access, and I'm wondering if maybe that's part of it. I'm not sure. So I'm going to keep everything the way it is and follow up. If I notice that I'm really struggling still by the end of the summer, I'm going to have to rearrange my scrap area again so that things are more accessible for me to pull out so that I use them. And I love this layout. Like I said, super simple and cute. The journaling just talks about how she was playing peekaboo even though she wasn't feeling very well, and how sweet she was. And that's it. I put peekaboo right over my photos. I really love the way that looked. I was proud of myself. That boo, that BOO in the yellow, is from the Maggie Holmes Bloom puffy sticker things. I'm never going to use the word bloom. I'm just not. So I took away and just made it work for me. So I was really, really pleased with that. And I like that just other pop of yellow there. And then I add one little sticker that says cute, the bow, and the little heart says, oh gosh, because that's what she's doing. She's just, oh goodness, she's so cute. And that's it, guys. Like I said, please make sure to go check out Rachel's Take if you haven't already. She's already posted it. She posted it when it was supposed to be done. We are going to just do one episode in July and one in August. Summer is just crazy. So there's a look at the sketch one more time. I love it. I hope it inspires you to create something with multiple photos and my finished take on the layout. Thanks everyone so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another layout. Bye.